They tried to play us, but we made the game. Offend these haters, turn their shade to shame.
Believe you me.
Stick with the name that pays. Big Daddy everything. And they thought I was dumb to rap, but how dumb is that when I'm the running back? Gut punch you in front of you at eye level, see if you gon' stomach that. It's food for thought, but we don't feed them hoes, we don't need them hoes. Eloquent, Big Daddy elephant, just in their element. Intelligence, telling men something they can tell a friend. And Armentum elephanti, what's up? You heard of elephants? And I'm pretty sure you heard a herd of elephants if they were coming. Kind of like that. A little bit.
Word to the elephants.
What's up, men? I'm very careful not to call you gentlemen because I can't see you. So I can't tell if y'all are gentlemen or not. But hey, be big time, man. Go ahead and subscribe. Big Daddy Energy Podcast. Be like the big dogs in this space.
Mm-hmm.
Like my boy, Jeff. If you wanna say what's up to the people.
Yeah, I do. What's up, bro? People, what's up? Mi gente, my people.
Yeah.
This is the Big Daddy Energy Podcast. This is where we talk about all things related to manliness and manhood. And we like to typically share with you guys the things that we look at, the things that we discuss, basically on a daily basis, whether it's ideas, philosophies, principles, moralities, current events, all this stuff. And that's what we do here, man. So if you like that kind of stuff, then like this kind of stuff. Go ahead and like the video.
Awesome.
Share it, get it out there, introduce it to some other folks. And let's get this going, man. Fellas, if you're new here, go ahead and get in the comments and tell us what you want us to talk about. Maybe if you got something you want to talk about, reach out to us.
Yeah.
And let's get it, man. Let's take the space.
Yeah, give us some commentary. How you not so much how you feel, because that doesn't really matter, Jeff. How people feel. How men feel.
Yeah, nobody really cares.
But if you could say, hey, here are some things that you may have not thought of, that'll be cool.
Mm-hmm.
Share your thoughts. Cool. This one, it's only fair, right, Jeff? If Roe v. Wade, which is short for Roe versus Wade.
There you go. Yeah.
If that was men or people telling women what they can do with their bodies, because isn't that what we've been doing since we were like 11, 12, 13?
Yeah.
Trying to get to a place where we could tell women what to do with their bodies.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Oh, this is my boy, man. He has 3 J's in his name. You can't see one of them; it's missing. But this is my boy, man, from 4th grade. I talked to you. We talked about him before. No, you didn't miss class, brother. We're just starting.
Just starting, man. The cool guys in the class are always the ones that show up after the teacher starts talking. So
yeah.
You must be one of the cool guys, bro.
He's one of the cool guys, man. We've been through so many things together, brother.
Word, man. Okay.
And we still support each other, man. Still got an undying love for one another, man. So I salute you, brother. I appreciate you. I know you're a busy man. You're in and out, but it's cool to see you check us out. Talking a little bit about Roe versus Wade, this whole abortion situation, but beyond that, because we already talked about that. Now we're talking about this law that's going to be. It's not a law yet, but it's an amendment that the Republicans are looking to push into law. Marco Rubio in Florida, which states that a man should start paying child support from the month of conception. So not when the child is born.
Whoa.
Yes, sir.
What you mean?
Well, she has custody of the child. Is that true or not?
Yeah.
Okay.
Which is in the womb. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
She has custody of the unborn child. Matter of fact, an unborn child is defined. Let me just look at that real quick.
This
Unborn,
is in the letter of the law, right? An unborn child.
yes, the unborn child is where did I find that? Okay, is defined as a member of the species Homo sapiens at any stage of development who is carried in the womb. Unborn child. All right.
Okay.
So the unborn child will start. This is what they're pushing for. That the father of that child should be paying child support since the first month of
Right.
the unborn child
Okay.
pregnancy. I'm sorry. Uh hasn't it always been, brother? Women are upset that men are trying to tell women what to do with their bodies. Has it always hasn't it always been that women have tried to tell men what to do with their what?
Your
Fill in the
pockets.
blanks. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Isn't it always a trade off? Okay, well
Always. Yeah.
here you go. Now will you do what I said with your body?
Oh my God, you're so crazy. Whatever. Yeah.
It's forever been a trade off, right?
Yeah, for sure.
So is it fair? Because I remember people like protesting and you can't tell me what to do with my body. My body,
Yeah.
my choice.
Right.
All right, my body, my choice. You're not a woman. You can't tell us what to do with our body. Um, can you kind of understand what they're saying now that they're playing with your money, Jeff? That you
Oh
can't
yeah.
try it. Let me hear you say
My pockets, my choice. My savings, my choice. My checking, my choice. Yeah, brother. That's the thing, though.
my
And
check,
this
my
is
choice.
my check, my choice. My check, my choice. That yeah, brother. That's the thing that the guys were baffled, brother. A lot of guys were like, we don't have a say
Yeah,
in what we do with our money. You know what I'm saying? And it's unfortunate that I don't know if it is or not, but that's the way it can be. It can be seen sometimes as what I do with my money is equal to what a woman does with her body. You know what I'm saying?
I never put those two together, but I'm looking at it right now. I like it. It kind of fits.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's because guys sacrifice their bodies for money. That's what we do with ourselves,
I see.
right? We use ourselves to go get money, brother. And some people act like they don't know what's involved, but those of us that have ever done any type of manual labor for money know exactly why we can put those two together. Because you break your body, you go put your body through strenuous labor for very small money.
Okay.
And then somebody comes and tells you what to do with that money. And
Hmm.
that's always been a problem for guys, brother. That's why we went to war with the British. Don't tax me. My money. I went and got this money. Don't take it from me. You know what I'm saying?
Wow. Okay.
So it's a big deal. It's a big deal.
But then what if somebody says, "Well, you do have a choice. You didn't have to get her pregnant. Remember?
Oh yeah.
So you did have a choice."
Yeah.
But will that work with the lady? Can we say that to her?
No.
My body, my choice.
Okay. You didn't have to get pregnant.
M- Well, I didn't make myself pregnant. My body, my choice. My body, my choice.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But you're right. She didn't have to. Who decides whether or not a man and a woman are going to have sex? Whose power is that in? Whose
Uh
whose whose power? I mean, whose hands is that power in?
yeah, so anything less than criminal, it would be in the woman's hands.
As long as it's not a crime, it's in the woman's
Yeah.
hand.
Like where you know how you like go up and then this is crime right here. This is the
Got you.
crime zone.
Yeah, that's like
It
date
ain't
rape.
yeah,
Um.
all the roofies and
Okay. Okay.
horrible all the R words are all up here.
Yep.
All down here is all in women's hands. It's
All
all
the
up to
c
women.
words.
All the C words.
Consensual.
Yeah.
uh, um,
Yeah.
coerced.
Coerced.
Because even if she's
Coerced. Yeah.
coerced, it's she agreed, right?
Yeah. She agreed. She was
Okay,
just, yeah, she was just coerced.
okay,
Cunnilingus. All that's down there, brother. All the
okay.
C words.
So even if I said, well, I would really, it would make my day if I wanted to put my mouth down there, just kind of look around with it. And she
Oh.
says, yeah, tell her with my mouth. I just kind of want to see what's up.
Uh-huh.
If she says okay, she can't say, well, I was pressured. You
No,
pressured me.
that's, yeah. She said okay.
Yeah, she said okay.
Yeah,
So she did have a choice.
she did. Yeah.
She could have
Yeah.
said,
There's a
ew,
choice.
no, you don't even know me.
Right.
Which
Right.
is what you'll hear a lot. Yeah, you don't even know me. You're just gonna, So she can decide. No, I don't think that's healthy for me because you
Right.
don't.
Right.
But she can't get pregnant like that. I don't believe.
No, no, that can lead to pregnancy for sure. But that act in and of itself, no.
Okay. Hey,
That's
brother.
my knowledge.
No, I doubt it. Unless he's bi. Man, brother, it's not my fault, man. I went
Yeah.
to seventh grade. I went to eighth grade. I really did. I thought I grew up, brother.
Yeah, yeah. No, the stuff that was funny back then is still funny, brother. It was funny back then. It's still funny. If you
Uh,
remember the eighth grade, if you remember it,
yes,
then
sir.
you're not mature, brother.
I'm not. I do remember the eighth grade very much.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's disgusting. Brother.
Super, super disgusting, bro.
Uh,
All right.
some people like, I don't get it. How?
Yeah. Yeah, well, maybe you should go have some more hardship so you can understand our humor. All right, maybe you should go suffer a little more so you can get it. I don't know.
Hey, what
No,
if what if what if it's what if it could be two guys, brother? What are they gonna do about that?
it's a good question, brother. Two guys.
Yeah.
Uh, well, pregnancy won't be an issue, even if one of them is a woman.
No. No, I'm saying
Oh,
what if she what if she
even if one of them is a woman because of the last one about
right.
women. All right, I got you.
What if she has two men, two lovers, two
Uh,
what they call them paramours? If she had two guys that could have been either one of these guys could be
yeah,
the father. Or six. There's
yeah.
one of six guys it could be. What are they gonna do about that?
They just have to find out which one it is. That's
Uh,
that's one of the actually one of the arguments that the pro-choice people made when guys brought up the financial responsibilities of children being born
yep.
and how we get put on child support. One of the arguments is if the guy doesn't show up for the drug screening, then he can't be made to be the biological father
I see.
because the mom can petition the court to have a drug test done. I mean, a drug test, a blood test done,
Okay.
but the guy can deny it by saying no.
DNA test.
DNA test, yeah, he can deny it.
So it's not like a subpoena
Well,
because
it
you
kind
have
of
to put
is, but the thing is, they're going to pull blood out of your body, and you have to
you
cooperate for
and
them
you
to
don't
do
have
it.
to. I got you. You don't have to agree with
All
that.
you have to do is say, "No, I'm not doing that shit," and then when they pull the needle out, just slap it. No, get out of here.
I
You know what I'm
got you.
saying? Now, what could happen, and depending on where you are, is the judge could say, "All right, fine, you're the dad," and then swing the hammer.
Did you make sex to her? Yeah, I did, but I mean,
Bam, back pay. You're broke.
God,
Give me that money. Yeah. Or if you don't show up to court, you could be made the father. And this has happened, brother. And guys don't go to court at all. They just ignore whatever they hear about the incident, and 2 years later they owe money, and they, you know what I mean?
but is this fair, brother? So far, how do you can you hear? Can you hear this? Is this something that is going to go well in the hood and like at work?
Are we talking about the new one? The new
Yeah,
thing?
yeah, yeah. Let's just say, brother, like, oh man, these hoes are hitting me for child support, and
Yeah.
then everybody looks at him and is like, you don't have a child. Nah, man, it's this chick, man. She's pregnant. Ha ha ha. They'll laugh at him. You don't even know how it works.
Uh,
She's pregnant and you're paying child support. You're dumb. How did they get you to do
she got down on you, bro.
that? How do you even know it's yours?
Uh,
Nah, they did a swab. They swabbed what?
and you let them hoes swap you? Damn, you tripping. Brother, I would say that it's hard, but it's fair. I think it's fair. And guys, I'm not saying this as an enemy. I'm an ally. I'm a friend of men. But it's a complicated issue, brother. There's kind of a lot to unpack.
Well, let's unpack it.
Okay.
Let's say I live in Connecticut. I'm from Connecticut. I come down to Texas. Let's use Austin, brother. I don't want to use San Antonio. All right.
Okay.
Okay.
Austin. You come to Austin.
Let's use Austin. I come to Austin. I'm like, man, these you Texas girls, man, y'all are something. Y'all are wild. And she's like, yeah, I'm wild, baby. You want to get out of here? And he's like, do I? And they get out of here. Right?
Yeah.
And he goes to get his protection. She says, well, I know you're gonna look at me like all different and don't judge me, but I'm allergic to latex. He says, oh, don't worry, I keep some lanolin. I've
I
heard
got
that before. I've heard that before. We're
I
in
got
luck.
options. I got options.
I have some lanolin right here, sheepskin. Brother,
Uh,
have you ever used a lanolin condom?
I have. I started carrying those exclusively back when I was wearing condoms
Okay,
because nobody's allergic to those. Some people are allergic to latex. Nobody's allergic to those. So free game.
right. But I don't. I've only put one on one. Well, I can't really recall, brother. I just remember it doesn't open the same way as latex. It's not the
Right.
same.
Nah,
It's,
it's not.
you know what I'm saying it's not made the same way.
No.
Right? All um, prophylactics are not made the same.
Right. Right.
And I remember just throwing it away, brother. It was like, why would I go through all this? And I didn't end up doing anything, brother. I'm like, man,
Yeah.
this is,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? It wasn't, and she wasn't even allergic, but now I don't have anything else.
Oh, that's it. You threw your only shot away.
I dare not swim in that
Yeah.
sewage.
Yeah. Just go play basketball or something, bro. Go get out of here.
Yeah, that was probably a warning sign, brother, because that particular female wasn't. I was tripping, brother. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I didn't need to go do that.
Word. Well.
But um, I tried to use it the exact same way, and it just doesn't work the same way, brother. I think there's probably different instructions that I just disregarded. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, it's come a long way, and there's brands that make better versions of it. I think they've got it down pretty good. I won't endorse them here, but there's certain brands I think do a pretty good job now.
Okay.
Because I had the same experience many years ago, brother. I was like, "What's this crap? Get this crap out of here!"
Yeah.
And then I just convinced the girl I was with, I convinced her to just keep everything north. So
Got you.
and then I went about my way. I don't know if that's too much, but whatever.
No, it's all good, man.
It
It's
was
Big Daddy
coercion,
Energy.
coercion, brother. It was coercion.
Big Daddy Energy podcast. Hey, one of my favorite things to do, ladies, you will excuse me for saying this, but one of my favorite things to do is with well, not to do, but when I was much younger, was the more classy a, a young lady appeared to be. It was I don't know, man. I don't
Yeah.
know why
Yeah.
I had to show her that. Can I? Would you sit here while I
Yeah.
express how I don't agree? I don't agree with your class,
Yeah. Yeah, brother. There's something to that, man.
isn't there?
Yeah, there is for sure. For sure. Because it's like us guys, man, we have this raw natural thing going on inside of us, brother, that it comes from our very existence. It's not social. We don't go buy it at the store. There's no way to
Right.
dress it up. It only can be tamed, brother. That's it. You only have to keep it in check. And then the women, they come out with all this stuff that they decided was nice. We never voted on any of the stuff that women do. Brother, guys don't vote on the stuff women wear, what they consider popular and stylish. They figure all that shit out.
Yeah.
And so there's something about being able to like tear that down to appease our desires, brother.
That's primal, isn't it? It's not
It
our fault.
is. It's not our fault. It's like, oh, you put your nice makeup on today? Oh, what a waste. You know what I'm saying? And then to drive off with that makeup on your denim jeans. It's
Hey,
dope,
brother.
brother. That's dope, man.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
My bad, my bad.
No, it's all good, brother. We're doing this. So here it is. All right, brought some lanolin, and she says, "Hey, listen, can I be honest with you?" And he's like, "Yeah, sure. Like, we're vibing. I don't see what could go wrong." She says, "I just want to feel you. Is that okay?" And she's like up on him. She puts her chest on his stomach.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to feel you. And then she reaches for his, what
Mm-hmm.
starts giving him an HJ.
That's, that's funny, brother. This is the way you said it, brother. Like, of course, that's next.
Y'all can visualize.
Yeah,
I don't need to continue. Do I? You kind of visualize what's going on.
I take back my sorry for what I said, by the way, because yeah, it's not that
Gotcha.
bad.
It's not
All
too
right,
bad.
it's not so bad.
So then he he gives in, brother. He gives
Oh
in,
yeah, yeah,
right? Because how it's almost at this point he's got his mind made up on what he wants to do, and he can already kind of see it happening. And she insists that you know she's not really like that, but she's just so turned on.
yeah.
I'm just so hot right now. I'm so horny. And so then he does, brother. He does, right? And sure enough, he finds out you must not do this often because it doesn't feel like you do this often.
Right, right.
And then now he starts to lose his composure, brother. And he low, it's a little earlier than he,
It's a wrap. Yeah, he
a little
forgets to
earlier
start
than
doing fractions. He forgets all his plans.
yeah, right.
Keep himself distracted.
He's
Yeah.
not distracted, and now he's done, brother. But he tried to hold on. I think Andre 3000 said he miscalculated his next to the last pump. He just miscalculated that second to
Damn,
last
man.
pump, and he
Yeah.
and he and he ended up just taking one more move towards her pelvis, and that was the actual one, brother. That he should have.
Yeah,
He
that's the
should have.
one.
That was the
Oh
actual
man.
one.
The last six, he kept saying, I really shouldn't be doing this next one. But finally it came to an end.
Because you do get a few more, right? When
Yeah, you get
it's
it.
like,
Yeah.
no, it's time, and you're like, nah, no, I
I
know,
got
but
one
just
more. I got one more. And then that was it. That one more was
that
the
was the one.
Unborn. You know what it reminds me of, brother? You ever seen the scenes in the war movies where the group that we're rooting for are about to face the enemy and they're outnumbered and all this other stuff, and they hold the line, and then they
Yep,
say,
yep,
as they get closer, they're like, hold it,"
yep.
and then they hit the. It's always perfect timing in the movies. It's always like now, and then it's a perfect timing. They surprise the enemy, they win the battle.
Yep.
I remember watching stuff like that when I was younger, and I would always wonder: is there ever a battle where they got the timing wrong and lost because of that? Because that just seems like a really bad tactic to bank the
Yeah.
whole battle on. Like we're gonna bank the whole battle on timing our move exactly. Like, I
Oh,
wonder if anybody's ever timed it wrongly, and what happens? They get clobbered by men on horses. Like,
yeah, it makes sense. Yeah, everybody's timing ain't perfect.
nah,
So,
because if you wait 1 second too long, brother, you get overrun immediately.
brother, I do have a question.
Yes, sir.
Both of my children, excuse me, were planned.
Okay.
Right. So every time that I've ever released into a woman has been deliberate.
Hmm. Okay.
Okay. And the times when she didn't get pregnant is only because conception didn't happen.
Right.
But only with my wife if I've been inside of a woman without protection and then also released in her.
Gotcha.
Could you help me out, brother? Are guys out here like like releasing in women unprotected, brother? They're doing that?
First of all, the fact that
Cream pies?
you're asking me to help you with this,
There's
is
only
because
I
you're
don't have
assuming
anyone.
that I also.
I don't. I don't have anyone else to ask.
It's because you think that I'm that kind of guy. Because you're right, but I'm offended. All right.
But how does it go, brother? Aren't
This is
you?
how it goes,
All
brother.
right, tell me.
Because I've been here before, man. I've been
All
here
right,
before. Either it's a chick that you've been trying to get at for some time, and
okay.
she's been like really pressing you, man, making you work for it, and you finally get action, right? And when you do get action,
I'm putting myself into that mode, and I'm thinking about this. All right, go ahead.
yeah.
Y'all are You're a horrible person, brother.
What do
I
you
didn't
mean?
know. I just thought about it. I just
Yes,
put
sir.
myself in those shoes, and I
Uh huh.
realized how horrible I was. Right now, I'm thinking like, man, I'm such a horrible person.
Yes, sir. You finally get there. You finally get it. And for me, guys, I don't know if y'all can agree. Maybe I'm the one out.
Oh man.
But for me, it was like I only ever brought like one with
Okay.
me.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
And brother, it's you use the one and you
Okay.
get it over with quickly. I was a younger man, I'm still young, but when you're a young man, you're ready to go again.
Okay.
You're not going to reuse the one you just used. That's disgusting.
You can't reuse it.
And so a young man begins to reason with himself. Yeah, that's so gross, brother. A young
Uh,
man reasons with himself and says, "Well, most of what I had is right there, so the next batch won't be much,
man.
and I'll just go ahead and try to time it perfectly." And then
Got you.
they do that again, and then
But
even if
do
you time it perfectly, brother, you got like if you think the pullout game is what works, you're mistaken because some of that comes out before you even realize it. So
but does the do you release and there's nothing also a lot of times because you had
nah, it's there. You just get it up out of there real quick
you get it out, you take it out.
before you go. Yeah.
Oh no, I'm saying when a guy before you leave.
What do you mean? What are you saying,
Okay,
brother?
okay, yeah, I was thinking
You
'cause-
think you've been married too long, bro? What are you talking
no,
about?
because you said you said you go and then you said you get it out of there and then you said before you
Oh,
leave.
like
I'm like,
yeah, pull out. You pull out.
oh, I thought you were saying hey, get over.
All right, guys, let's go. I gotta get out of here. It's time to go. That's right. All you guys come on.
I thought
Nah,
that's what
brother.
you were saying. All right,
No,
but
most
what?
most guys think they can pull out. Is the point I'm making. They think they'll
No,
be
what
able
I'm
to just
asking
pull
is this. What I'm asking is this. Are there also my fellow man? I don't want y'all to think I'm against y'all. My fellow man, are they out here shooting up the club and
out. Yeah.
getting away with it?
Oh yeah, for sure. Absolutely.
Okay, that's the
More,
reason why they did
brother.
it again, and
For
then
sure, bro. Because you got to think, bro. It's well, a lot of couples that want to have children, they got to try a few times.
okay,
You know what I'm saying? And then
yeah,
they got to like, there's all these like old wives' tales on how to get it done.
got you,
But for a lot of people, man, it kind of takes a little bit of effort. You got to like really try, and you got to time your sessions accordingly so that you can have your best chance of getting pregnant. So
got
it's not like one and done where you're just going to get pregnant off the rip every time. You know what I'm
got you.
saying?
Okay, okay,
A lot
that
of
makes
it's got
more
to do
sense.
just like men's health. Like, if you're smoking, drinking, drugging, doing all this, you have a low sperm count, and let's say she's a party animal. It can, the quality of her eggs may not be so good. Whatever the case, you know what I'm saying? You combine this, it's going to be hard to get pregnant, man.
Okay. All
But
right.
it can be done. It can be done. And so I think some guys, and then, protection sucks for a guy. Let's just be honest. It sucks, brother. Wearing
I'm sure for both parties.
It does, for sure, for both. That's what it's always been the consensus that I've heard from both parties. Myself, every guy I know agrees, and every woman I've dealt with has always said it sucks.
All right, I want to go back to the horrible feeling I was having. So there's this chick that I've been trying to get at her for a while.
Where, yeah,
right, and so I finally get a chance to kind of like I'm in there, right?
Yeah.
You're telling me as it's coming to an end, I'm like, no, but I'm going, and I'm like, no,
Yeah.
can't be, this can't be. So you keep going, right?
Yeah.
It's happening, and you're like, I know, but no.
Stop
And then
it.
then it starts happening, and you're like,
Yeah.
and you don't mind because this would be great if it does. This should
Yeah.
be okay.
Yeah.
How horrible am I, Jeff? I'm a horrible person, brother.
It's terrible, brother. It's horrible, bro. I've heard guys, and I'm actually guilty of this when I was younger. I've heard guys say, "I ain't tripping because if I get her pregnant, at least I got a fine ass baby mama." I've heard guys say that, bro, and they
So
think
that's
like
what I'm
that.
saying. That's
And
what I'm
I've been
saying.
guilty of it. Like, at least I got a fine ass baby mama. Like, that's
I
cool.
got you.
And it's like you're willing to risk it because, you know what I'm saying? Not knowing all that's involved. You have no idea that you're about to be hurting financially for a while, but
Yeah,
willing to risk it, man, because it just seems worth it, I guess.
got you. Okay. So now I did that with this lady. She said she didn't like latex, and we did the lambskin, the lanolin. That didn't go so well. I wasted that expensive condom, and then we go ahead and just get it going. And now she tells me that she's been looking for me and she found my job, and that she's pregnant.
Yeah.
And I say I'm from Connecticut. You can't be
Yeah.
pregnant.
Yeah.
I'm from Connecticut. You were in Austin for a long time before I got there.
Yeah.
So I didn't pregnate you. Someone else pregnated you.
Yeah. I was only there one night.
So
I spent a total of 2 hours with you. What are you talking about?
and she says, "Yeah, but you're the only one that I've been with."
Lies. I don't believe you. I'm out of here. Get out of here. Get away from my job.
Okay. But now you get I guess it's a lawsuit or something like that. You get served a little bit, something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know how they're gonna work this all out, but okay, you get yes, you did, JK. What's up, Manny? I don't remember the thing that I did, I said that I didn't. Oh, I got you. Yeah, I do get it. So no, I didn't. What's up, Manny?
Manny says, yeah.
You did.
Says you did. Yeah, huh?
So the situation is I got she's claiming I got her pregnant.
Yeah.
And now I'm gonna have to pay this child support for an unborn child. And I have no idea what they're gonna do. And in Texas seems like it's gonna be illegal to do the abortion.
Okay.
And so now I have to pay child support for an unborn child. I don't know if it's a boy or if it's a girl. I say, well, I want to fight that DNA. It probably is going to be the man that calls for that, right?
For sure. It typically is, yeah.
Okay, so who pays for that? $50-$100.
Yeah, I want to say whoever asks for it pays for it.
Petitions for it. Okay.
Yeah.
Man, bring it on. Paternity test. Let's go. right? Do this thing,
Mm-hmm.
send it off. 99.9%, Jeff.
That's a wrap.
Y'all check this out, man. This chick. You think this is real or what?
That's what it
But
says.
I,
99.9% equals 20%. It'll be your check going to her
for wow, brother.
by way of the state of Texas or state of Florida, whatever state they're doing this in.
You know what? You know what I see as a conclusion, Jeff, is that, and Manny, tell me what you think about this. Is that I'm seeing less casual sex, brother. If you can't terminate the pregnancy, and if you are not just gonna get a just, I'll just we'll figure it out. I'll just do my thing, and she has a boyfriend, so she'll put it on him because she
Word,
won't
yeah.
tell him that she cheated on him. She'll
Right.
just say we're pregnant, or no, she'll say I'm pregnant. Oh my god, baby! Oh golly, Jeff, this happens all over the world. Oh my god, baby, we're pregnant. And she's like, we're pregnant. We're pregnant. Ah, he calls his mom. Damn it, Jeff.
Happens a lot, brother. Happens a lot, man.
He calls his mom. You know, me and Jess are pregnant, and da, da, da. Oh my god, y'all are pregnant? Yeah, yeah, we've been trying. She says, "Oh yeah, abstinence." Don't you
Yeah.
think, brother, that might
Yeah.
lead, if it's possible? I don't know if it's possible to get us to stop humping around, but if it's possible, maybe a little
Yeah,
less.
for sure. It, brother, at the very least, and this is the part that I like about it, is and I like this element in all things is accountability, brother. Like, listen, I'm actually okay with casual sex. I think it's okay. I'm not against people humping each other, right? But I'm
Mhm.
against people humping each other when accountability is taken off the table. That's a problem, man. We need accountability. Got to have it, man. Like,
Okay.
you know what I mean? Like, I would be interested in having you know, a less committed relationship with someone, so long as I knew it was monogamous, for example, right? Let's say that's the only thing I really care about. I just want to make sure you're not sleeping around, but I don't really want to like pay bills with each other and get involved in each other's life. I just want somebody I can sleep with, right? And that's fine, bro. But when the accountability is taken off the table, man, there's a lot of problems, a lot, because now you can kind of just like these one night stands that, you know, a lot of women get pregnant by guys that just abandon them completely, man. This happens a lot, and it's like, why did you sleep with this guy? You didn't know nothing about the guy. You know what I'm saying? And I've seen some of the guys, some of these girls are talking about, and it's like, what are you thinking? Like, of course, this guy's not going to help you. You know what I'm saying? But
Oh,
there was no accountability. You know what I mean?
right. No, I have a concern,
Okay.
and I'm just gonna throw this out there. If you don't like it, throw it back.
All right.
All right. But what if this leads to more same-sex sex?
This type of ruling? No, I don't think so.
You can't. You hold on. You can't terminate pregnancies.
Yeah.
You have to pay money r- the week after you sexed. And that can only happen with
Brother, no, no way.
opposite sex.
Yeah, but maybe for the women,
This will lead
but not for the
this
guys.
this could lead to same-sex, or if not same-sex, um, annual sex and
Annual sex. Okay.
right
Yeah, yeah.
and toothbrush sex,
Okay. Toothbrush and annual.
mouthwash
Yeah, yeah,
sex.
yeah. Gotcha.
More of that
I think so. Yeah. I think
because don't consequences change
for sure. Yeah.
things? Consequences. That's why you have a penal system. Oh, I thought that was funny. That's why you have a penal system.
Pun intended.
Pun intended. That's why you have
Uh,
a. That's why you have this so that people understand. Listen, there's going to be these consequences. So change the course of your actions and the way you think.
for
Uh,
sure. Yeah.
what is that? Toothbrush sex. Man, have you ever written down the word sex before? Have you ever? I don't know if she, Manny, Manny. Listen. We think so well of you that we don't know if you've ever
Yeah.
written that down.
Yeah, I can't answer this question, Manny. I won't. I refuse. I think
Jeff, she asked you,
you
but I've been
are
asking all.
you are a
I've been asking.
complete sweetheart. You are none to me, Manny. Okay. I want to hear you sing music. I don't want
I want to
to.
hear you sing music. She said, "Never mind." I asked, "Nah, nah. I don't. I ever mind. I ever mind." You asked,
uh,
Alyssa. She said, "I'm not gonna write it down." Okay. We didn't think that you would either.
right
All right.
on.
So Alyssa says, "What are we talking about?" This would be a good one,
This would be, yeah.
bro. You still on here?
Savagery.
uh, your sister's here, Jeff.
Yeah. I'm
All
ready
right.
for it now. Debo.
Toothbrush sex. All you have to do is imagine a toothbrush.
Here, can I?
Brushing your teeth,
There you go.
oral hygiene.
Yeah. Just.
No. She said,
Yeah.
no.
Did you do the toothbrush? Did you brush your teeth real quick without your toothbrush?
Lock it off. Bro, come on. Y'all don't want the smoke. We do want the smoke. Alyssa, well, I appreciate you coming
Yeah.
back.
It's not even smoke, Alyssa. What are you talking about?
Now, you know what we're talking about today? Something that I think maybe you can get behind. So, there's a proposal by Florida. Marco Rubio has proposed that child support should start the month of pregnancy. So as soon as the
Mhm.
woman is pregnant, the man should be paying child support. Please join my Discord. I'd love to.
Yeah. Matter of fact,
Um,
afterwards, we'll link up with Solo, Alyssa. We'll get in there because I got to figure out what's going on with my Discord
she says immediately, brother. She said yes, it should.
for sure. Yeah. We agree.
We do
Hold
agree.
on.
We do agree with that.
Mhm.
Um, why? Let me say why I agree with that before I get stoned and jumped. Because a lot of men don't want to pay child support, and it's not because they don't want to support the child.
Right.
It's not because men don't want to support the child. It's the fact that the government that doesn't sustain us tells us you have to pay this much money, and it has to
Right.
be every month. And that could be, since y'all want to consider it a life, then start child support. So what they're defining it, and this is what y'all are gonna get used to hearing. You're gonna hear this a lot. They're defining it as an unborn child, and they define an unborn child at any stage, no matter what of development. It's a Homo sapien. Uh, Let me just look it up. I don't want to say the wrong thing. It is defined as a member of the species Homo sapiens at any stage of development who is carried in the womb. So yeah, we're not going to be using these words in the law. They're not going to use zygote, embryo, fetus. They're going to use, as long as it's a species of the Homo sapiens, any stage of development, they're going to call it unborn child. It's
Yep.
going to make things a little bit more difficult um, to navigate. But in this case, it helps the lady have support during the times that she might be sick or she might not be able to work. Because, brother, sometimes women have to take maternal leave, brother. You know what I'm saying? And not all those
Oh,
jobs
for sure. Yeah.
pay very well.
Yeah. As somebody that's been around pregnant women plenty of times, I know that the child rearing or whatever it takes to have the child doesn't start once the child's here. It starts, and there's a
Yeah,
big burden on the mother, man. If anybody thinks there's not, they're tripping. There's a huge
yeah,
burden on a woman to bear a child, to bring that child up. Uh, it takes a lot, man. All the appointments, even if you got insurance, you still got to drop $50 on deductibles. You know what I'm saying? You still got to go buy vitamins and iron and prenatals and heating pads. There's all kinds of stuff, man.
Right.
Yeah. You got to get bigger clothes for being pregnant. All that,
Right.
man. This word. We are called Homo sapien sapien. Do you know why sapien is said twice? I did. I've heard this before, and I don't remember it. So I guess
Yeah.
we could look it up.
My understanding of sapien is uh knowing, like you can think, like saber, which is to know, right?
Mhm.
So it's the same kind of root word,
Right. I got you.
sapien, because we're doubly wise. Do you know why we are doubly wise? That's a good
Hmm.
question. Why are
Two
we
sides of
doubly?
the brain. Is that why?
Yeah, I don't know.
Two sides of the brain, maybe. I don't know. These are good questions. Do
These
you
are
know
good.
if do you know the answers to them, Alyssa? Are these rhetorical?
What is the origin of the word sapiens? Genus of human beings, male human, human being, be wise, sapient.
Hmm.
Because she says because of our cognitive abilities over other mammals.
Okay.
That's why we can name ourselves Homo sapien sapien. That just sounds like a an extra title for the guys that are smarter, or the people that are smarter than the other people.
How is cognitive abilities over other mammals doubly wise, though? That's the part I'm trying to figure out.
Well, sapient just means you know a lot of stuff. You just know more, brother. You know what
I
I'm saying?
got you.
Just know more than everybody
So
else,
it's
or
like
than
we know
other.
more and know more than other mammals, like specific to mammals.
Yeah, there's Homo erectus and stuff like that. So are
Right.
we, now that we're sapiens, are we wiser than the erectors,
Right. Yeah.
the stiffs?
We should be. That's kind of the point we're here. So let's be wiser than the erecta. Yeah. No, I get it. It makes sense. Yeah, because I know like the Neanderthals was like a different species supposedly,
Yeah,
and we outsmarted them and outclassed them and ended up, you know,
right. But
becoming a dominant human.
we're all the hominids, right?
Yeah.
Top of the food chain. Absolutely. We
Smartest of
have
apes.
7 characteristics of life. Other species can't reach those 7 characteristics like us. All comes from a certain part of a specific brain development. Good stuff. Listen.
Good stuff. Yep.
So yes, the unborn child is of that's how they're characterized, as this Homo sapien. They're part of the Homo sapien species, and that we should start to pay, as men. We should start to pay. Yes, because us humans have that ability to put ourselves at the top. Good stuff. Uh,
Go humans.
let me be of the other side, Jeff. You're
Okay.
trying to get me to pay this child support, and I think that's some BS, man.
Yeah, I feel you. What's I understand. Trust me. What's your issue with it?
Well, the issue is I don't even know if that child's going to even get here.
Ah, it's a good point.
So I don't want to be investing in something that's.
Yeah, that's a good point. So what we're doing here is not. This isn't about investment, right? And so this is about right now, the needs that are needed to be met right now. So there's some cost involved, and her going to get checked up and all this. And what we're saying is that you have responsibility for a portion of that,
Well, she's going to a gynecologist. She has
of course.
health care. She does her own. I don't pay for her Pap smears. I'm not gonna pay
Right.
for. I'm not gonna pay for this.
Well, they'll do it if she's not caught up on her Pap smear, or if she's within like a 4 weeks of getting it, they'll do it there real quick.
Mm.
But it's
Oh,
part of the visit. That'll be all part of the visit. That
okay, so
it's.
check this out. She
Mhm.
was baiting us. We read all that, right?
Oh,
And so
she
then she
tried to
said,
steal manas. You tried to steal manas. So that's
"Yep."
not gonna work.
So she says, "Right," and a fetus can't reach that stage of cognitive brain function until 22 to 26 weeks. So it's a fetus, not a baby. No, we're good. It's an unborn child, is what we're gonna call it.
Yeah, the reason why, listen, here's let me just real quick. I don't want to really go off into this, but a fetus is not an entity of itself. It's a stage. It's a specific stage of development, and so that fetus will eventually become that brain, that person, that human, that Homo sapien that you talked about. And so it's still the species of Homo sapien
Yeah, but it could be
in
a horse.
development.
Could be a
No,
horse.
well then we're not talking about a human woman
But what if
or a
what if
woman.
right now it's just cells and it could end up being a horse?
No, it can't. It absolutely cannot. It will not. It actually will only become either a human or not alive.
Read the definition of a child. It can't be a unborn child. It's simply a fetus. All right. Now, no. All right. Let's do
Well,
this.
yeah, unborn child is as it's written in the letter of the law,
Let's
right?
do this.
And so that's the terminology used in law for this bill specifically and for others like it in other states.
All right. So watch this. An unborn offspring. You know what offspring means? A thing that is born.
So an
This is
unborn
this is
born thing.
fetus. This is fetus according to Oxford Dictionary. An unborn born thing of a mammal. In particular, an unborn human baby
Yeah.
more than 8 weeks after conception. That's what it says about fetus. What you got? You have the development and potential to die, correct? Should I
Yeah.
treat you as such just because you have the development to die? You have the development and potential to die, correct? I do. Should I treat you as such? Yes. Yes, you should. Just because you have the development to die, yes, you should.
Yeah. Agreed.
Yeah, when I go to work, that's how they treat. They have safety meetings all
Yes.
about your
Yes.
your probably you can die here.
Yeah. Like when we
They have
walk in,
toolbox talks.
yeah, we walk in, they say, oh yeah, you could die, hard hat. You could die, hard hat.
Yeah,
You also could die, hard hat. We all have to wear
absolutely,
stuff because we could die
absolutely. Yeah,
for
safety
sure.
belts, harnesses. Nah, that I don't have a problem with that at all. That probably wasn't the best example, but yeah, yeah, we get treated like that every single day as men. I don't know too much about women, but I just read what it says about fetus. Let me look at something else. I don't want to be biased. What does fetus literally mean? It says fetus is a Latin word that means the bearing, bringing forth, or hatching of young.
Mhm.
Even though the Latin points to a fetus hatching, contemporary science only regards viviparous vertebrates as having fetuses. Viv- Viviparous? What is that?
The
I know what a
Romans, bro.
vertebrate is.
It could be like, um, I don't know. I have no idea what's a
So
non-vertebrate.
so fetus. Let's look at the etymology. I don't
Yeah,
think you want to do the word thing, the word dance with us.
yeah,
Fetus means pregnancy, childbirth, offspring.
yeah,
It's not really the angle to go at with us,
yeah.
being
It's
specific about words. Let's see what she
right.
says. The definition of a child is not that definition you read. A child is a stage of development after a fetus is born, roughly around the age of 4 or 5. Right. That's why we went with unborn child.
That was the definition was unborn child.
Yeah, unborn child. Let's see,
Yeah.
Jeff. That's not the potential. That's called safety regulation. So no one can sue. Uh,
The regulations exist because of the potential.
Actually, let me just touch on that. Um, all the regulations that they did put together is because people did die from it. Remember
Right.
how when someone dies, they they bring more safety regulations and say, okay, this is what we won't do anymore because someone died from it.
Yeah,
And
like
that
when you go to the bathroom, there's a sign that says employees must wash hands. The reason that sign is there is because at some point in time, employees were not washing their hands,
Yeah.
and someone got hepatitis B because of it.
Right.
Right.
There's also another one you'll see in food places that says choking ahogo,
Right.
and then I'll have somebody behind them, and all those things come from people did die from it.
Yeah. And then they sued the restaurant, like you said, they sued the restaurant and said, this person only died because we were choking and we had no idea what to do.
We didn't
Well,
read anything,
there was no, we didn't know that we could choke on this food.
so treat us as if we can come here and die,
Yes. Treat
so that
people like
we
they can die. And that means don't kill them
right. And families can sue, lol. So they don't care about your well being; they care about lawsuits.
because of
Uh,
your well being.
Hepatitis A, it was my
You're
mom's.
right.
My
It's
mother said.
scolioso. Thank you. You're right. It is hepatitis. As soon as I said B, I knew it was A, but I said it. It's out there. But thank you.
So,
You're right. It is A.
so even though Alyssa, I want to be clear. I understand everything that you're saying. These are things that, for the sake of argument, are really it's really good stuff. It really is.
Yeah. Yeah.
But these things are technical, so that it's like somebody comes to a we all arrive at a place, Jeff, and you have what you want to do, and I have what I want to do, and all
Mhm.
we're gonna both of us are gonna say, oh well, this is the reason why we should do what I want to do, and after a while it starts coming. You're just grabbing things as you're looking around. You're just grabbing this and grabbing that. And I'm doing the same thing. I'm grabbing this, I'm grabbing that, and then we're just like, on guard. We're using our swords. We're fighting, and with our clothes on, not sword fighting. But we're
Yeah. Yeah.
and that's all that's going on.
That's it.
We're
Yeah.
trying. We're just trying to find just small little things to say. No, my argument is right because look at how I can manipulate these words or these phrases or something that you just said. Let me manipulate that. But the truth of the matter, all of us, every single person that can breathe, before they could breathe, they were attached to their birthing person.
Hmm.
100% of us. Is this true?
Yes.
Okay. And we were attached to that birthing person as soon as conception happened.
Mhm.
The conception happened. It took a male spermatozoa, a female fertile egg. It was fertilized. It floated or swam to a wall. It stayed on that wall, and that blastocyst went ahead and started doing the reproductive cycle. This is the cycle of reproduction.
Right.
We all understand that that is the gestation period, and it can go up to 10 months. All this is very well understood.
Right.
I know that when I'm born, I'm a baby and
Right.
I won't become a man for many years later. I know that. I know that there's developmental stages before I
Right.
could say, hey, woman, where's my food?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
I understand that.
Yeah.
That's very, very understandable. But that electricity that happens
Yeah. Hmm.
when conception starts, it's electricity, it's energy. And that energy is working on its own. The woman is not doing anything, the man is not doing anything. No one is doing anything except for that electricity. It's working. And whoever puts out a fire, no matter how small the spark is, no matter how big the fire is, whoever puts out that heat has killed a fire. You've killed a fire.
For sure.
Okay. And you don't have to say killed. You can say terminated. You can say, what are some other ways to put out a fire, brother?
So suffocate.
Suffocated the fire.
Suffocate a fire.
This fire is now gone. It had the potential to heat and warm and cook and burn, and now that potential has been annihilated. And that's all it is. Doesn't matter how we want to. It doesn't matter how we want to put it. Doesn't matter how we want to put it. What stage the fire is in. So it's just a flicker. It doesn't matter. Oh, look at this cute little candle. Uh,
Yeah.
Let's look at some of the things. My mother says you're welcome. Alyssa says even if it was a child in my uterus, I still have every right to my own body. Okay, then donate. Do this. You're right. It's your own body. You say I don't want to do this. Donate that fertilized egg to a surrogate because somebody has to bring it to term. And then and listen, I'll pay. Listen, we'll start a whole foundation. We'll pay to make sure that thing in your uterus lives.
Absolutely,
It's
yeah.
a chance. It just gets a chance. That's all. It just gets a chance. It may not be, hey, may not be anything, may not turn out into anything, but it gets a chance. If I were to cause a car accident, am I liable to give my kidney?
It's just
Or whatever body part the other person may need to that person? I mean, I caused the accident, but should I be liable to give up my body to them? Absolutely not.
here's let me can I address that real quick?
Yeah, give
Just
just real fast. Manny says blow out a fire.
blow out a fire. Got you. No,
And she says no
no.
to not donating the
To giving it to us and letting us let it
right.
live. I
Yeah,
got
she
you.
says no. Straight to
So,
God, same day shipping. All right,
uh,
what you got, Jeff?
well, uterus and kidney, those two are different body parts. So if you get in a car accident, there's no part of your body that is designed to be offered to someone else and still serve you as well. There's no part of it. However, when you get pregnant, your uterus is actually made to accommodate the fetus. The fetus attaches to the uterine wall. That's what the uterus is for. So it's not like somebody saying, okay, well, it's equal to me giving away my kidney. Your kidney's not made to be taken out of your body and given to someone else. Right now, it can be done, and more or less you'll be okay. But that takes away a part of you, a part of your bodily function. This deteriorates you as a person. Whereas a fetus developing inside the uterus,
She
that's what
says
the uterus was made for.
she says infertile women have a uterus. It's a good point.
Yes, they do. And we're not saying that all uteruses work the same. If that woman ever becomes fertile, that's what her uterus will be used for. There's no other body part in which the baby will grow, the child will grow healthy. And we're not asking you to take something out of your body to give it to someone else. This is not the same thing.
Trans men have uteruses. They do, Jeff.
Trans men have uteruses. Yeah, people that have uteruses do have uteruses. If
I,
someone
I
has a
like
uterus, they have a uterus. Yes.
I like where you're going. Hey, what if since we're talking about men paying child support, what if the man says, "Hey, can I buy that fertilized egg from you? Can I buy that?"
That should be an option. That'd
That
be a
should
good
be an
option.
option.
I'd buy it. I don't
Since you're gonna throw it away, you think I can go ahead and get that for you half price?
half off. Yeah.
Half off because I don't want to have to. They're already telling me I got to pay all this money. Let me get that on the low.
Word. Let me get that. Yeah.
Let me get that from you because I got a few ladies. I'm going to pay them. They wouldn't mind housing that potential that I sent to you. That information I sent to you. Got her. No, you should have got a woman who you wanted to be pregnant. Got her. I
Yeah.
wanted you to be pregnant. I wanted you to be pregnant. And I got you pregnant, and you said, "No, this is my body. I don't want to be pregnant." And I'll say, "Hey, listen, we did everything that it takes to be pregnant, and now you want out." Yes, I want out. Okay, let me get my material back,
Can
please,
I get that, please?
because
Thanks.
you're robbing me of my material. Then, if you're not gonna present me my, I sent you, I sent you in this information, and you're gonna keep it and throw it out. No, that's mine. Let me go ahead and get it back from you.
Yeah.
A man wanting my embryo seems weird. No, it's not your embryo. That is not your
Yeah.
embryo. Your body is your body. I want my embryo. I'm the one that fertilized
Yeah. You
that
want to
egg.
throw it away? How's if you want all it is look, I'm about to throw this away, and I say, oh, you're not gonna eat that? Oh, can I get that?
I
Can I get
paid
it?
for that. I remember we went
Yeah.
out on a date and I
We
paid for
went
the
half.
food.
We went half on this. You're gonna throw the. I'll take the brother. I've gotten pizza with a woman before, and I paid. We went half on the pizza. And
No,
she was
because
going
I'm
to throw
not
her side
going
away.
through a no,
I'll
because
take
I'm
it
not
home.
going through an operation for a fucking man. No, listen. The way that they're gonna get rid of that thing is they're gonna do a certain thing. Let me just be there. I'll go ahead and go back in. I was in there. Let me go back in real quick. Let me see if I can.
That's it, man. Instead
You
of the
would,
operation they're going to do, can we just do this
Ma-
one to get it out? That's it.
Manny has a good question. You would only own half, right? No, it's mine. I sent my. So let's look at this, right? So the egg has DNA, just like any part of a woman. Her hair has DNA in it.
Right.
Okay, so the egg just has that. It's if you've ever eaten a chicken egg, there's nothing. It's just nothing, right? Y'all seen it? It's just nothing. There's a
Yeah, it's an
yolk.
unfertilized
It's
egg. Yeah.
unfertilized egg. The information that I send from my gonads, I send it over there. That's what makes it. That's what makes everything. That's what gives it a brain. It's sending all the information. That's what's going to give it legs. That's what's going to give it hair, right? It's going to take genetic information from the mother and father and start doing mathematics. It's
Yeah.
going to decide which code we want to do for this, but it all comes from the electricity. The tail on that spermatozoa.
Mm-hmm.
This thing it's alive. Look, how did it
Yeah.
get over here if it's
Yeah. It
not
does the
alive?
whole.
I'll see coming to America. I mean, not coming to. Look who's talking.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Look who's talking.
I love that movie. They don't have my consent to do that. When are you going to realize that you and I both decided to do this? I mean, we both decided that we were going to allow for our bodies to do what bodies do.
Mm-hmm.
You are trying to rid yourself of all responsibility. Thank you. Let me go ahead and buy that from you. And I'm
That's
only paying you for your inconvenience and time. That's it. I'm not
right.
paying you for the actual embryo. I'm paying you just for your time and the inconvenience. Let me go ahead and get that
Yeah.
from you. It's relying on my bodily resources. I know. I'm going to go ahead and I have a host that's going to take care of the rest.
Yeah.
I won't bother you anymore. So if a woman gets pregnant by trapping a man, he doesn't want it and she wants it. Is that okay? Absolutely.
Absolutely. Yeah, for sure.
Absolutely.
Not only is that okay, but as soon as they find out it's his, he should start paying child support.
He should.
Big dummy.
Yeah,
That's that's
he
it.
shouldn't
Yeah.
and he shouldn't leave this state. He should stay here in this state. You need to pay the child support.
Pay the
Absolutely.
child support for sure.
Once you give it, you can't get it back. Dang, Manny, I'm trying to get that back. You don't want it.
Cough
I
it up.
I want that.
Just give it back.
Just give
That's
it back
it.
to me. I really do want it. You
Yeah,
don't
that's
want it,
it.
and I want it. I have 6 women ready. They've all been waiting for the opportunity, and they'll just carry the child to term.
I wasn't even going to ask for it back until you said you didn't want it. You said you don't want it. I'm just saying, well, instead of throwing it away,
She
give it back.
poked a hole in the rubber and is now pregnant without his consent. No, she had his consent
She had
because
his consent.
the
Yeah,
sex was consensual. Does she have the right to keep it? Absolutely, she has
for
the right.
sure. Absolutely. And it
Absolutely.
was consensual. He agreed to it. He agreed to get her pregnant. That's why they had sex.
Yeah, he ejaculated.
Hmm.
Right.
Yeah, for sure.
That's how people get pregnant. You can't consent to a biological process. Let me take my time on this one. You can't consent
That doesn't help your argument.
to a biological process.
It doesn't help your argument at all.
You can't consent to a bio. So she's saying like if I'm digesting my food,
You can't consent.
it's just a
You have no
natural
choice.
process. She's saying.
Yeah.
If I don't eat that food, if I don't accept sperm, like that's the consent. You do understand that you could have said, "Get away from me, you jerk," like you did last week. Like, get away. No, I don't like you. And then this one person you liked, you looked at his dreamy eyes. This guy you did like, and then he said, you're like you say, well, do you have a rubber? And he's like, nah, man, I had one, and but it's like old, I don't really get around that much. And then y'all keep following each other, and then he's like, just just like being around you. You smell so good. And he goes in. He's in. He's in there. He's in there. And if you put your head back, that's you put your head back and you say, and that's consent. Jeff, is that consent or is it not consent?
It's consent, bro.
I think it's consent, unless she says no. Okay, she's saying some more stuff. All right. Wow, wow. Let's show up. It's not showing up. Try something. Oh wow, sounds weird. Kind of sounds like y'all are against consent. I don't know
I
about
don't.
that.
Yeah, I don't see
Trying
where
to
you
get
got
me,
any of that
trying to get us
from.
locked up. Why do you want it so bad? I really want that child. I don't.
Yeah.
Let me tell you why I want it so bad. If I saw a fish out of water and it was doing this 10 times out of 10, 10 times out of 10, I'd go get that fish. People eat fish, Jeff, but
Mhm.
I'd go get that fish and I'd throw it into the 10 brother, 100 times out of 100 times I would do that.
For sure. Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
it's a fish. I don't know its name. I don't know where it came from. I don't know if it's sick. I would go pick that out of those 100 times. I probably would say, oh, let me put gloves on this time. But 100 times out of 100 times, I'd go pick that fish up and put it
Hmm.
back into the water because I know that fish is helpless. This is the thing. There's people advocating for women. There's people with chests bigger than mine, brother, and they're advocating for women. What's wrong with advocating for something that can't blink yet? What's wrong with that? What's wrong with someone saying, "Nah, somebody needs to speak up for unborn."
Yeah. Well, it's accountability, bro. That's what's wrong with it. So when you start getting into the realm of what we need to do and what we need to regulate as a society when it pertains to children,
Mhm.
what happens is you start getting into holding moms and dads accountable. That's what this is all about. That's what the topic's about. It's about the state of Florida saying we think guys should be held accountable sooner rather than later. And that's the problem. That's why people have such a problem with it, because at the end of the day, we're talking about decisions that were made and results of those decisions, and then people being held accountable for those decisions. Some people want to be held zero accountable for their
Yeah.
decisions, and that's
See,
just the problem.
no, it's true. Look at this one, and we'll go back to the rape or ripe comments or questions. But she says, so you can consent to cancer? Absolutely. People do it every single day. On top of or most of the things that are carcinogens, it's written on there.
Yeah,
It says can be cancer causing, and then you do what you consume it, you smoke, you whatever it is, and so you very much consent to cancer. As soon as either you decide I'm not going to read it, so you neglect it, that's still consent. And then if you read it and you say, well, I probably won't get cancer, that biological process was put um, in your hands, and you said, "No, I'll go. I guess I'll go ahead." You can consent to a car accident, absolutely. If you look at some car seat, the seat belts, or you look at where it says something about airbags, you just start reading some of those things, and you'll see that you're operating a vehicle at your own risk,
yeah, it actually says that too.
and that is consent.
That's why there's labels on all this stuff, because what they're telling you is here are what could happen, and so move forward with this thing with consent, knowing that this is the thing. That's why you can't sue
Absolutely.
tobacco companies for lung cancer. You can't sue them for it because they're gonna say is you consented to this. We told you that it was going to give you lung cancer. You said yes
Yeah,
by purchasing the cigarettes, and now you have lung cancer.
absolutely. What's wrong with advocating, bruh? Because y'all, what's wrong with advocating, bruh? Because y'all quiet as F when it comes to my people being found dead in the back of a Catholic church. The kids stuck at the border, many children suffering in foster homes. But nah, I keep talking about the. Actually, these two
Uh,
people,
we're
this
not
this
quite
person,
AF
and
about
this
none
person,
of that.
we're never
Uh,
quiet about those things uh, at all. Matter of fact, we spent about 2 hours talking about at least an hour and a half talking about the children in Valley. We decided that we didn't want to bring that type of
yeah,
gloom to Facebook, and we just kept it between ourselves. Um, and so no, I think when you say y'all, you're probably talking about a specific group.
Yeah, she thinks we're part of the the clubs that talk about this stuff. There's like people got clubs. There's like the right club and the left club, and we're not. That's their club. We don't have that club. That's got to be it because surely she knows that we're not quiet about these things. I'm not, and that's my
She met
sister.
you before, right? She
Yeah,
met
well,
you before.
I'm not quite. I know very well the wickedness of the Catholic Church, of the government, and as it pertains to our people. We're not quite.
Mm.
We've talked about it quite a bit here. So I think it's y'all is the group that she's associating us with. We're not part
Got
of that
you.
group.
Meet me in the Discord because I'll hand y'all the L's.
Nah,
I love
not
the
on this
L's.
one.
Okay, so Manny, she's getting active, brother. In some cultures, if a woman is raped and gets pregnant by a male family member, sometimes they are killed or forced to marry and have the child. All right, so I thank you. Thanks for bringing this up, Manny. This has to do with righteous judgment. Someone has to say, wow, this is either righteous or this is unrighteous. And righteous just means right. This is the right thing. This is the right judgment to make. If a woman is raped, and I know, listen, this is a sensitive topic. If a woman is raped, if she is forced into having a sex act, there's many different variations of that. There's
Right,
many different variations of that. In the scriptures, it says that if a woman is raped and she's outside of the city, then the man is he's responsible. I think maybe he died. I don't remember what exactly happens with him, but he's responsible. It's going to be an issue. And the woman, she gets to go free. Like she doesn't get it. It's not held against her
right.
because she probably yelled or didn't yell because nobody was around, and she was probably married or engaged to somebody, and so she won't be held accountable. Isn't that's right, Jeff? That's the right way to look at that.
Yeah, because outside nobody saw it. We didn't hear anything. We'll just that's actually the believe the woman.
Right, right,
That's the Me Too stuff. The all women, all
right,
believe
right.
the women stuff. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. But then if she's in the city and she got raped, then she's actually going to get put to death because if you would have yelled, somebody would have came and stopped that situation, or the person, that man would have stopped. And so I know that that's not necessarily what you're asking about in here. I'm just saying, I'm just pointing out there's a right way to judge a matter.
right.
Certainly, if you really, 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 really didn't want to have sex with that guy right there that you said raped you, why didn't you yell out? And that's
Yeah.
one thing that women have. They have a built-in siren. Whether you can hear it, you can
From
hear
very
it
far away.
from
Yeah,
very far away. If a
brother. Women
woman,
can scream when their mouths are closed.
yeah, brother, you can hear it.
When I was younger, me and my sister would be fighting with each other,
Yep.
and I would punch her in the thigh and then put my mouth over her, and she would like, ah! It would be so loud, brother. Even with
Yeah.
my, you know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Even with my hand over her mouth, it was still
Yeah, you
very
can hear
loud,
it.
brother.
You can hear
Still
it.
hear it. Yeah.
And so when we're looking at this situation, let's look at it and judge it. Right, Jeff. So if a woman is forced into having sex with a family member, should she be killed? Her?
No.
Okay. Should she be forced to marry that family member?
No.
Okay. Should she be also forced to have that child?
Yeah. Unfortunately, she's gonna have the child
Forced is what I asked.
forced. I don't know how you would force.
It's gonna happen, isn't it?
How would you force it?
You can't force it,
Like allow it to happen? She's gonna. Yeah.
right? So the question is, should she be forced to have the child? No, you're not forced to have the child. The child's coming. You're pregnant.
Right.
The
Well,
child's coming.
that goes back to the consent to biological.
Well, she got raped. Remember? So that's what we're looking at. We're
Right.
looking at a person that was raped. She didn't ask for it at all. She was only a woman at the time that this man wanted to do whatever he wanted to do to his family member. But what I'm saying is this young lady, or let's just assume this young woman, now has she's pregnant, brother. She's with child. If she
Right.
says, I don't want to have this child, I do not want to have this child. I don't want to have
Understandable,
this
man.
child.
It's understandable. See if
Sh-
anybody else in the family wants to have the child. You know,
should someone come over and say, okay, I'll terminate?
no.
Do you know how dangerous that could be, Jeff? Let me uh we're gonna do this. We're gonna do this. Abortions are not allowed. Yeah, you're right. In like those cultures, forced birth is a war crime and against the Geneva conventions. Let me show you. I want to
It's
ask Alyssa if you think this is a crime and if you think this is an act of war. While a woman is maybe in the second trimester, they'll take in something to go inside of her womb. It's like scissors. They'll they'll cut the breathing or whatever it is they cut first to terminate the heart, the beating heart of that unborn child. And then because it's no longer that heartbeat is no longer beating, decomposition is going to start to take place.
right, right.
And if decomposition starts to take place inside that woman, she will get infected, right? All right. So they have to get that no longer heart beating thing out of her. And so it's not easy if she's not gonna push the child out. So what they have to do is piece by piece take out what seems to be the arm, what seems to be the head, what seems to be the spine, what seems to be the feet. I just say seems to be. They take it out by piece by piece. Then they take then they then they take that whatever you call this thing that I'm looking at, they take that and they go make vaccines out of it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's where they get
Does
stem
that
cell.
does that sound like a crime? Kind of to me, not to everyone. Remember, we're talking about judging rightly. To me, that sounds like a crime. They don't pay the woman that aborted that child. They don't pay that woman stems. They don't pay money for the stem cell that they're taking from that child. They don't pay that woman for um, what they're going to use in the vaccines. They just take it. They take your trash that you threw away. You don't care about this. They take it and they make a lot of money off of it. You think that's a crime or no? You're using an emotional argument, and I quite frankly don't gaff. And vaccines out of it. Who hurt y'all? No,
This is the thing,
no.
brother. All these rebuttals, I've heard them, and these are you know you got to understand we're not part of the group that you guys, all of the people that are arguing about this, we're not part of the group that are typically arguing. There's nothing emotional about it. If it seems emotional, then maybe maybe you have an attachment to the idea of cutting up a fetus. I don't know, but it's the reality, right? Like this is a reality, and
Look
it's not history that stem cell has been used
look at the CDC.
for
They'll tell
vaccines.
you. They'll tell you exactly how they make their vaccines.
Absolutely. Stem cell is definitely, it only comes from one place. It doesn't come
Yeah.
from anywhere else. And so, it's not an emotional thing. We're looking at it, judging it and saying, listen, if this is the case, then it would much rather be better that the woman has the child. And then we see if anyone in the family wants the child. If not, we'll find a family that does want the child. It's no big deal, right? It's no big deal. It's actually something that a lot of restaurants do when they throw away food. A lot of restaurants will offer the food to people that could want it instead. You know what I'm saying? And all we're saying is instead of just getting rid of this like it's trash, it's valuable to someone because scientifically it is human and it is alive. That scientifically it is absolutely those things. It is human, Homo sapien sapien, and it has the qualities of life. If you found a fetus on Mars, then you found life on Mars. You found human life on Mars. That's what that is. So it's no big deal.
So here's Alyssa's Discord. This is cool. Alyssa, I appreciate
Yeah.
your time. This is,
Yeah.
this is always good. I'd love to do this all day, every day. I love it. Uh LMAO, I debunked the Mars argument already.
I didn't call it. I don't know. I don't know. I'll get on there with you, Lisa. I'll play.
Yeah.
I'll play.
It's fun. This is fun.
It's fun. Yeah, it's fun because you know a lot of this stuff is quite entertaining. Because, anyways, we'll do it. I got you, Lily. I'll jump on there. I'll get down with you.
All right, so to wrap this up, um this is something that has not passed yet. It's not a law that men are going to have to pay once the woman is pregnant, but it is if it does go before people that agree to it and they say yes, Senate, the House, then it they would have to amend the Social Security Act that deals with child support, and so that's a game changer. Hopefully everybody can just start being a little bit more responsible. The way that sex works is a man has to have an erection for the most part.
Mm-hmm.
A woman usually gives off enough secretion for it to be lubricated, and so when that starts working, there's a lot of blood flow. Um, Things come from the man. The woman accepts it, and those things are already in play. Everything's a go.
Yeah.
Thank you, Manny. Everything's a go
Thank you.
until there's a no, right? And women are saying I can say no at any point.
Right.
You're right. A woman mid stroke she can say no.
Right. Yeah.
See you next time. Thanks, man. Thank you for hanging out. It was an hour and a half. You was with us. We appreciate it. And we're just wrapping up anyway.
Yeah.
At any point, the woman can say no, right? She can say no when you touch her thigh, and it's no. No means no.
Right.
She
Yeah.
can say no when you first put it in, just a tip, just a tip. She can say no, and no means no, Jeff. Um, she
Absolutely.
can
Yeah.
she can say no uh before you ejaculate, and you're like, oh, you give me blue balls. You're gonna send me home like this, and she can say no, Jeff. She can say no. She can say no after the man does ejaculate in her, and she can go stand up. She can try to rinse herself out. Like there's a lot of different things that can happen, right? But even if it does make it there, the woman is saying, at any point in time, as long as I'm involved with that particular day, that night, whatever it was, I can say no. And the truth of the matter is, it's correct. You can say no.
Yeah.
You can say no. You can decide that that you want to terminate the pregnancy. It is completely up to you. It's your choice. But what you'll notice is the further that you get into it, the more society gets involved. The further you go along,
Right.
society gradually starts to say we accept this as one of ours at
Right.
some point, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Eventually
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
accept
But
it.
yeah. Yeah. It starts getting involved because
It
there's
starts getting involved because
another
you're gonna
human showing up. Yeah.
right, and you're gonna participate in life's
Right.
experience, in the world experience of the world.
Yeah. And there's rules to follow. There's things that you need to do, and yeah, we
Right,
have
right.
a
It
standard by which we expect parents to raise their children. All of that starts to come up. Yeah.
right. They start to get a little bit more and a
Mhm.
little bit more involved. All the while, the woman still has the right and the opportunity to say no, but
Right.
it does start to become a little bit more difficult.
Yeah.
And so, even right now, that Roe v. Wade, as far as the Supreme Court is involved, They said, listen, this is not a federal issue. All the people in California that are saying, what, this is horrible, they should just go home because as soon as you get pregnant, you can wait 3 weeks, you can wait 3 months. You just drive right there.
You could
You
still go do an abortion. You're in
go do
California.
it.
You're good.
Go do it. Guess
Yeah.
what? Go ahead. Yes, sir. What you got?
No, I was going to say what you're probably about to say is all they said was now the states have the deciding factor.
We just give it to the states. The state that you
Just give it to the
decided to
states,
live
yeah.
in. The state you decided to either make sex
Mhm.
in or live in, reside in. That was your choice. All of it is your choice. The
That's why
state,
some people say, man, this state sucks. And then they say, I liked it there because of this. And then they say, I really hated this place. I really like that place. It's because there's different strokes
for
for different folks.
for different folks.
And that's just the way it goes, man. If you like paying property tax, but like living by the ocean, then go live in Portland, Oregon.
Yeah.
Go ahead. You know what I'm
It's
saying?
like that. So in Texas, this state you don't have to pay. There's some things you don't have to pay.
Mm-hmm.
Some state tax and stuff like that, and that's what you decide when you come live here. But there are some things that you can't do too in this state only, though. In this state, there you don't. They don't want you spitting on the ground, and that's just a law. You can't do it here.
You still get arrested for weed in Texas.
Get arrested for weed, right? But if I wanted
Yeah.
to live in Seattle, I can. Yeah, I'll be fine with the weed. If I wanted to go to Phoenix, I'll be just fine with the weed. I also can legally carry a gun in Phoenix, Arizona.
Mm-hmm.
But dang it, they won't let. Where do I want to live? I can go anywhere. I have the freedom. I have freedom of choice to do whatever I want to do. All women, you can do anything you want to do. You really can.
Yeah.
You really can. So it's not about being a pro-lifer or pro-choicer. Everybody is pro-life. You don't want somebody to kill you. Right? You know, I don't want anybody to kill me, so I'm pro-life. I don't want anybody to kill that 9-year-old child. Pro-life. And everybody's pro-choice. I should be able to choose what I want to eat. I should be able to choose if I live here or live there or abide by these rules or those rules.
Or
It's really at the end of the day ends up being really simple. This stuff is really, really basic. It just seems like we don't get along with y'all because y'all think y'all are better than us. No, we don't get along with y'all because you think you're better than us. And it's a lot of this back and forth stuff.
it is, yeah. And there's topics that aren't being discussed that need to be discussed when talking about this, like the way men and women relate to one another sexually. That should definitely be talked about. Nobody seems to talk about it, but whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, but there's no free lunches, guys. Like there's all free choices, free will, but there is no free lunch. When it's time to eat, you pay the bill.
It is what it is, right?
It is what it is, brother. That's it. No free
Cool.
lunch, man.
And this was a wonderful discussion. I always have so much fun, especially with the younger generation, brother. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah. My sister, she's feisty, bro.
Nah, not really.
She puts on for people.
Not really. She doesn't seem feisty to me at all, brother. She seems passionate about something that
She is, yeah.
that she understands to be important. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
I think she respects what we're doing here enough to be moderate when she comes because she really believes in what her ideas, man.
Yeah.
I've seen her on other platforms going hard, so I think she respects what we're doing at least enough.
Yeah, it's important. It's important. Also, I know that on both sides of the argument, there's been a lot of like really cutting at people. She's amazing. Manny, you're still here. What's up, Manny?
We already said bye. This is kind of awkward.
Nah, she is amazing. You want me to let's do this. Let's do this real quick about Alyssa. I've met her quite a few times, right, Jeff?
Yeah.
Met her quite a few times.
Whatever.
We love you, Manny. I've met Alyssa quite a few times. One thing I know about her is that she's not here to people please. And I don't mean here like this platform. I'm talking about in life. She's not here to people please.
Yeah.
She's witty and she knows that that's a weapon and she uses it. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. I don't know how good she is at at receiving correction because I've never seen it. You know, I've never seen her receive
Mm,
correction.
I haven't either.
You know, but uh, no sugarcoating, absolutely. But I remember being in my 20s, Jeff. I remember, brother. I remember going hard, and it wasn't
Yeah,
debates either. I remember going hard, brother. I'm saying, and
yeah, 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 yeah.
I wasn't trying to hear what
Nah,
30 and 40
uh,
year olds were talking about, brother. And I didn't agree with them. You're
not
30 and 40.
trying to hear it because at the end of the day, no matter where the argument goes or where I'm at with it, I always have this button that I can push.
Yeah,
It's the IDGAF button. I'll push
right.
that button. And that's young
That's
people,
right.
man. I will push this IDGAF button
Right.
and I'll shut this whole thing down and become as ignorant as possible.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
it's like that, bro, because you feel that way, man. That's how you feel. So I
yeah.
respect it, man. I get it.
So it's good. I definitely would I don't know, brother. I would recommend that all people as they're developing a mindset, which is what you do in your adolescence. She's an adolescent. As you're developing a mindset and a character, that you actually do seek out an established mentor. That way
Yeah.
you can go
Yeah.
well beyond your years. You're not just a
Right.
smart person, you're not just a witty person, but you're a wise person. And now you can go well beyond your years. And you can look at that established person and say, everything that you have, that's what I want. Or more. But at least everything that you have, that's also what I want. Do I want to be married one day? Yes. Are you married? Hmm. Strange. You're not married.
Hmm.
But maybe that's because of some other reason. I would love to have a beautiful home and live, in New Zealand,
Yeah.
but you don't, Hey, I never asked. How come you don't live in New Zealand? No, and you realize, wow, this is not a well-established person or mentor. This person is who I'm going to be if I don't, I'll just be a really smart, crafty, you know, person,
Survivor, brother.
survivor,
Survivor. Yeah.
survivor, unless I go get me some real mentoring. So I had a mentor when I was growing up. I had mentors. Some of them I had to leave alone because I looked at their life, and that's not. I
Yeah.
don't want that. That's not what I want.
Yeah.
You know? And you don't even have to be in your you don't even have to be an adolescent. You can be older than adolescent and say, "Nah, this is going to be good. I'll keep this going." Right? This person
Yeah.
is is well advanced over the years, and
Hmm.
because ultimately, I want all people, every single person. I want y'all to enjoy your short life. I want it's so short. I want you to wake up in the morning and love that day, and then go to sleep at night, or vice versa, depending on what your work schedule is, and love yourself. Love the day before it starts, and then love yourself when that day is over. That's it, man. That's what I want for everybody, and that's not bad, right, Jeff?
Nah, that'll do, brother. I'm cool with that.